Hi everyone, welcome back to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Let me make sure everything's recording still. Is it recording? It is. It is. Okay. Uh, we left off when we were going to go see, uh, we had just learned that the shadow was, they knew the shadow was coming, Daniel and Alexander, and I knew there was something they were going to be able to stop it, but they were going to try to give themselves as much time as possible. But to do what? It didn't say. And truthfully, I don't remember. I couldn't even give you spoilers. I couldn't give you spoilers if I wanted to be fair. I don't remember shit. Tinderbox? Because I just wasted a tinderbox? Yes. A tinderbox for my tinderbox?
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Uh-huh.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Okay. And now he's seeing the spots, right? This is him seeing like, oh no, this is dust. But he found a relic that gave him alien visions. If I'm to understand correctly. Tinderbox. Imagine there has to be a key somewhere in here, right? Fragile but not breakable by hand. Prussia. So Prussia's still like a thing right now. Take a rock? Can I break it with a rock? Yes, I can.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
So what am I trying to do? Some cool. Right. So there's 1, 2. Just 2? I'm looking. Oh. I could have just been looking at books. Oh, well. Well, no, those ones are specifically ones that I can grab. Altstad and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstad, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet, forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motives that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duties got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. Is it their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence? What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstad at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight, as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwest glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was the mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby. Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by a fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Ooh, I still haven't gotten all my lung capacity back from COVID, and that wiped me out a little bit. Okay. It's... Hey, I did it! That's pretty cool. I have a very bad feeling I'm going to need to hide very soon. I'm going to search here and then we are going to hopefully not die. Regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest is killing my trusty servants. It is just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both my problems. I knew it. I fucking called it. I'm so nervous. I thought I heard something crash through. Hmm. Oh shit, I don't know what to do. What are all these fucking noises? Huh. A handful of sand trickled down from the crumbling stone ceiling and pushed down on the brim of his hat. He braced himself as the cavern suddenly shifted and settled. Huh. There's been no actual monsters. Owie. Owie. The goo got me. I was gooed. Well, I guess I'm going to the laboratory now, huh? Not the laboratory, the wine cellar. The stone slab looked like a safety measure. It wasn't meant to be moved ever again. Clearly. Oh, remember, there's a monster in this area. There is, absolutely.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Enemy. Is there an enemy? Is there an enemy? I'm so confused. Is there an enemy? I use laudanum. Hmm. Uh. I don't fucking like this at all. There's no way I'm getting this done in one match, in one go. That's nice. Okay. Well. It's really not, I have to find one. Am I wrong? No, I am wrong. I wasted all that time for nothing.
What is this place?
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here alive.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
So we turned him into things. Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garage. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed knight of the order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that's the reason I was chosen because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolical ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes and I can no longer. I feel like he's right there. Now it's have to get out of here, I think. Right, is that all I had? No, 4 chemicals. I still need 2 more. Fuck. I have Cuprite, Calamine, and Aqua Regia. I need 1 fucking more.
The flicker, the bluish light.
Now it's have to get out. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running. He sat down by the Kesba wall, gasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead onto the sand-veiled ground. Don't I have to get through there? Oh, never mind, never mind. We're not going to there. Where do I go then? I have to go through there, don't I? We about to use that old Goog. Okay, I'm supposed to go back to the laboratory, but I guess I'm supposed to... Alright, well. Maybe you're supposed to run over it. After enduring 3 days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS Hortensia, headed for London. I have 4 different chemicals. How long do I keep it on the burners? Oh, am I supposed to... Do items respawn? Do they? Because these are all closed again. No, okay. Pot of acid. The scares have collapsed. I'm so smart. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few. Now, before we go to the refinery, was there anything to find here? No. It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on two young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in a haze of gun smoke. And that's where we're ending this episode. Oh, I didn't know there would be so much talking and so much reading. My voice is like crying right now. Like, can we please stop, please? Please, can we not speak anymore? But it's fun so far. But I do know the monsters are supposed to get worse. I do remember that. I also remember that it's supposed to get increasingly hard with the puzzles, and I'm not the greatest with puzzles. In general, I'm not very good with puzzles, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen anyone play Amnesia, and I don't know, it's just seemed fun to finally get around to playing it for once. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.